Hey there, deep divers. Ready to get our paws duty with Hamster Kombat.
Sounds fun, but I have a feeling we'll be digging into more than just cute hamsters.
You got that right. We're diving into the world of meme coins, specifically HMSTR.
And trying to predict where it might go, which, as we know, is always a gamble.
Exactly, especially with a brand new coin. But hey, that's part of the fun, right?
For sure, the volatility makes things interesting.
Absolutely. We're looking at this crypto news article, Hamster Kombat, HMSTR, price prediction 2024-2030. They make some bold claims about where this coin might go.
They do paint an optimistic picture.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's back up a bit. For anyone who might not be familiar, what exactly is Hamster Kombat? It's more than just adorable hamsters, right?
Way more. Think of it like you're a crypto kingpin or queen pin.
Love it.
You're running your own exchange, battling it out in a simulated crypto market, and instead of suits and briefcases, you've got these awesome hamster avatars.
Okay, that's amazing. So are we talking straight up play to earn here with the HMSTR coin?
You got it. It's all about that play to earn life.
Yep.
But they've also got NFTs in the mix, which is pretty smart.
Right. Got to appeal to the NFT crowd too. Customizable hamsters, I'm assuming. Accessories, the works.
Exactly. It's all about that personalization. But what I find really interesting is how they've tied the game mechanics into the real-world crypto market.
No, that is clever. Get people hooked on the game and they'll be more likely to follow the coin, right?
Precisely. It's a very strategic move.
Speaking of strategic, let's talk price predictions. Crypto News throws out this eye-catching potential 5x gains by the end of 2024.
Ambitious, to say the least.
They're assuming a $1 launch price.
Yeah.
So that would put us at, what, $5?
That's the theory anyway. But here's the catch. A lot of the reasoning seems to hinge on comparing HMSTR to another Toncoin-based gaming coin, Notcoin.
Notcoin. The meme coin that could.
Right. It went on to crack the top 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Practically unheard of for a meme coin.
Almost makes you want to buy lottery tickets, right?
Ha, almost. But the thing is, Notcoin's success, it's an outlier. It's not the norm.
And even the article acknowledges that HMCR's already kind of blown past some of those early Notcoin milestones.
Yeah, it's like trying to compare, I don't know, a rocket to a hot air balloon. Both can go up, but the trajectory, the speed, totally different.
So if Notcoin isn't the perfect comparison, what other factors are they looking at to make these price predictions?
Well, one thing they highlight is the Bitcoin halving that happened back in April.
Right. Every 4 years or so, the rate at which new Bitcoins are created gets cut in half. Supply and demand, right?
Exactly. And historically, it's often led to price surges for Bitcoin.
And when Bitcoin gets a cold, the rest of the market
Reaches for the tissues.
pretty much. So the question is, will that Bitcoin boost, if you want to call it that, be enough to launch HMSTR into the stratosphere?
It's definitely a factor to consider.
They also mentioned getting listed on major exchanges, which seems pretty crucial.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you can't actually buy the coin easily,
It's not going very far.
visibility is key. Being on a major exchange, it's like prime time advertising for a crypto.
And then there's the wild card, the social media frenzy. Meme coins live and breathe on hype.
It's true. One viral tweet, a celebrity endorsement, and boom, you've got yourself a potential gold rush.
FOMO is a powerful force, especially in crypto, where things move at lightning speed.
You snooze, you lose, right?
Right. But can that early buzz really last?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Will HMSTR be just another flash in the pan, or can it?
Defy the odds.
Exactly.
Speaking of defying the odds, the Crypto News article actually sketches out two very different pictures. One for 2025 and another for 2030.
Oh, how so?
Well, they say HMSTR could hit 0.01 cents in 2025, but then it could drop back down to $1.05 by 2030.
A roller coaster indeed. That's the meme coin dilemma, isn't it? Early hype can evaporate pretty quickly.
Leaving investors with lighter wallets and heavier hearts.
Sadly, sometimes. That's why it's so crucial to look beyond the hype and see what's really going on under the hood. Does HMSTR have what it takes to transition from a meme to a more established project?
A memoir.
I like that.
So what are we seeing under the hood?
Well, they're talking about implementing a referral system.
Smart move. Incentivize growth, build the community.
Right, get those hamster wheels spinning.
Exactly. But there's more. They're also planning on introducing these special cards into the game.
Interesting. What kind of cards?
That's what I'm wondering. The article doesn't get too specific, but they mention potential advantages within the game.
Could be interesting. Are we talking purely cosmetic, or could these cards tap into the whole NFT craze?
Now that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because if those cards are NFTs, well, that could be a whole other level of strategy and collectability.
Imagine limited edition hamster cards, people battling it out to get their paws on the rarest ones.
Right. The mind boggles. And then on top of all that, they're hinting at strategic partnerships.
Partnerships, like what, hamster food brands?
Hey, you never know. But seriously, imagine if they teamed up with the major esports league or even just a popular streamer.
Now that would turn heads. But let's be real, partnerships can be a bit of a mixed bag, can't they?
Absolutely. A lot of talk, not always a lot of action.
And even when there is action, it doesn't always translate to long-term success.
It's like that saying, I'll believe it when I see it.
Right. So lots of potential with HMSTR, no doubt, but also a lot of wait and see.
Which seems to be a recurring theme with a lot of these newer projects.
It comes with the territory, I suppose. But hey, that's what makes things exciting, right?
Keeps us on our toes. But speaking of different perspectives, the Crypto News article doesn't just rely on its own predictions.
Oh, they bring in some other voices.
Sure do. They've got a few other analysts chiming in. For example, Trading Face is feeling pretty bullish on HMSTR. They think it could go as high as 19th century.
That's quite a leap.
Right. Then we've got Nitron Crypto starting their prediction at 0.04 cents. And just for reference, that's 4 times higher than Notcoin's launch price.
Bold prediction. Anyone else in the mix?
Oh yeah, Crypto Banter, the YouTube channel, they seem pretty gung-ho about HMSTR's rapid growth.
So a lot of different opinions floating around.
A lot of numbers, a lot of hype. It can feel a little overwhelming, honestly, especially if you're new to this.
Information overload.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back for a second and talk directly to you, our listeners. Because at the end of the day,
You're the ones calling the shots.
precisely, you're the ones looking at this information and deciding, do I invest? Do I sit this one out?
It's a tough call.
It is, especially with all the noise and excitement surrounding meme coins. The FOMO is real.
Real indeed.
So how do you cut through all that and make a decision that you feel good about? A decision that aligns with your risk tolerance and your financial goals?
Well, first and foremost, it's crucial to remember that HMSTR, like any meme coin, it's a high-risk investment.
A risk, high reward, as they say.
Maybe, but high risk is the important part here.
Especially since it's brand new. We're talking about a fresh out of the oven, still got the baking soda on it kind of crypto.
I like the analogy. And with any new venture, there are always unknowns.
Absolutely. So before you even think about hitting that buy button, ask yourself.
How much am I really willing to risk?
Because it's easy to get caught up in the hype, especially when you see people on social media talking about their gains.
Social media can be a dangerous echo chamber.
Truth. And speaking of potentially misleading comparisons, let's circle back to Notcoin for a moment.
Oh, yes, the elephant in the room.
Or should we say the hamster on the wheel? It's tempting, isn't it? To look at Notcoin's wild ride and think, hey, HMSTR could do the same. But as we've discussed, Notcoin is an exception, not the rule. So how much can we really glean from its trajectory? Are the two projects even comparable beyond the fact that they're both built on Toncoin?
It's like saying that just because two bands both use electric guitars, they're destined for the same level of success.
There's more to it than that.
Exactly. So instead of getting caught up in hypotheticals, in what might happen, let's focus on what we do know.
Love it. So what do we know about HMSTR? Well, we know it's built around a fun, engaging game. We know they're planning on introducing features that could make it even more engaging and potentially even more lucrative.
Sounds promising, but here's the real question.
Get me with it.
Would you still be interested in Hamster Kombat if the price of HMSTR stayed flat? If it never reached those meme coin heights? Because at the end of the day, you want to be invested in something you enjoy, right?
Makes the ride a lot more fun, even if there aren't any loop-de-loops. Like, I'm happy to support a restaurant just because I love the food, even if it never gets crazy popular.
I feel that sometimes the best things are the ones that are still a little under the radar.
Exactly. So yeah, maybe those special cards will be the next big NFT craze, or that referral system will bring in a whole horde of hamster enthusiasts. Or hey, maybe, just maybe, that Notcoin trajectory will be prophetic.
Who knows? Stranger things have happened in the cryptoverse.
Truth. That's what makes it so exciting. But circling back to that Notcoin comparison one last time, the Crypto News article ends on a bit of a cliffhanger with that.
A cliffhanger.
Do bells. Well, they asked this question. Could tracking Notcoin's journey offer up valuable clues about Hamster Kombat's future? Or is that just too simplistic a way of looking at it?
The classic correlation does not equal causation conundrum.
Right. It's like saying, well, this band kind of sounds like the Beatles, so they're obviously going to be megastars. I mean, influence is one thing.
Destiny is a whole other ballgame.
Exactly. And that's what we always want to remind you, dear listeners. There are so many factors at play here, so many potential twists and turns on this crypto roller coaster. Do your research, weigh the risks, and make a decision that feels right for you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Knowledge is power, after all.
Absolutely. We've given you the information, the different perspectives, the healthy dose of skepticism. Now it's up to you to dive in, explore, and make your own informed decisions. Until next time, deep divers, happy investing.